We are going to be doing the cheapest custom lowrider paint job on the planet. If you have a local paint shop in town, ask them if they have any paints they're going to be throwing out. These are usually mixes where they tried to mix them up and it was wrong. This shop, they said, well, we're going to throw them away anyway. You can have them. So we got a bunch of different colors. We got some real crazy pearls. We got all these for free. And then on top of that, I bought the cheapest lace on Amazon. This was $8. This one is a curtain. It was $10. Altogether with the lace and all the tape I bought, I'm probably under $30. So let's see if we can't do a super custom lowrider style paint job for under $30. Let's go. Oh, that looks awesome. Y'all ready? Oh! You didn't use much. Did I use too much? Because that's too blue. Oh no. Oh, that's unusable. Oh, shh. We are still on the 1966 T-Bird. I usually say we are back on the T-Bird, but we just got done painting this thing. Painted it with tractor paint, leftover tractor paint, literally about $20 worth of paint. Came out very, very nice. And usually the tractor paint takes a little bit to dry. We tripled up on the hardener this time. This baby dried in like an hour. She's good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and stay on it, keep going. We're gonna get started on our lowrider roof paint job.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
If you want in on the giveaway, go to Caseyscustoms.com, buy yourself a sticker. There are other ways to enter into the giveaway. Just click on the website. You can see all the details and all the fine print. It's there. Whenever we do our giveaways, I provide free shipping. So, wherever you are in the continental U.S. and you win this car, I will ship it to you.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
We got lace. We got 20 different types of pearls, a bunch of different colors, all kinds of craziness. We're going to have a ton of fun with that. And we also are going to do a pearl blue all over the entire car. Now, this was single stage paint, which means you don't have to clear it, but you can clear it. So we're going to sand it down and then do a real light coat of clear with just as much blue pearl as I can get in the gun, to be honest with you. It's going to be a ton of fun. We also are going to get it all put back together. Not going to do trim. Don't need to do any of that yet. I need to get my headlight buckets, gas door, fender skirts on, all that stuff so that whenever we do the pearl, it all matches up. You can kind of do pearl off the car, but a lot of times it just doesn't. If you're not spraying the exact same way, it can kind of be a little bit different, so it's better just to put it all back together. We also have to undercoat everything, have to undercoat the frame, have to do our door jambs, got to do under the hood. We have just an ungodly amount of work to do and naturally not a lot of time to do it. So let's get to it. Actually, I take that back. Before I do anything in this shop, I'm going to clean the living hell out of it because there is just Bondo dust and overspray. There's a white coating across the entire shop. So I'm going to clean the living shit out of it, and then we're going to start working on something. I don't know what yet. Probably do the engine compartment first. I don't know. Let's get going. All right, she is all cleaned. I spent 3 hours cleaning this damn shop. Obviously, I wasn't going to set the camera up just to clean for a little bit. Didn't think it was going to take that long for one. But funny story, about 2 hours in, everything's looking perfect. No big deal. I got the tires or the wheels set out so we can get those painted. And then we can start doing our undercoating and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I was going to start on the engine compartment in the trunk. So then, pop the hood, pop the trunk, started blowing that out so that I can get in here and start sanding and getting it ready for paint. Just pounds of shit start flying everywhere. There's just dirt, debris, leaves, more Bondo dust. Covers the entire shop again. I probably spent an hour cleaning up after I cleaned that up. And the trunk, got it all nice, looking good. I basically made half the trunk from scratch, but there was old sound deadening in there, and it wasn't really holding on very well. If I put the air hose to it, it would just start flaking off, and usually it comes off in giant sheets. This is just so old and shitty. It just disintegrated in like sand. I mean, it was just, God, everywhere. A smarter person would have done that first and then cleaned the entire shop out because it just covered everything. The poor CRX was covered in shit just from blowing out the trunk and the engine compartment, but hey. Whatever. She's clean now. She's looking pretty good. I want to pressure wash everything in here, but I'm not going to do that while I'm working because it'll get very humid and wet and gross. So we might do that before we leave. Might do it tomorrow. Who knows? I want to start painting the engine compartment and all my accessories. My Caseyscustoms logo and the fan shroud, I want this to be black. I want my shock towers and the strut bar, I think they call them, I want those to be black. I will probably end up repainting this blue. It looks pretty damn good though, it's not bad. I do not want to take the valve covers off. Originally, I was thinking I would just black all this out. I kind of like engine compartments when they're just black. Same thing with the trunk, you just can't see anything. I mean, apparently they black out the firewall from the factory, but I think I might actually do my normal undercoating bed liner. I use bed liner for everything. I use it for undercoating, I use it for frames, I use it for everything. I forgot, I actually have, my guys at Poppy's Patina sent me 2 truck bed liner kits. I used one on the Suburban, it was black. This one is tintable. I've never used the tintable ones before, so I'm not quite sure what color it is straight out of the jar. It's probably clear or whitish, I don't know, but I do have some white paint that I never used. So I need to read up on what you tint it with because I'm not quite sure, but if you tint it with paint, bam, throw a little bit of white in there, and then we can just undercoat the living shit out of all this, but I need to take some stuff apart, need to sand everything, scuff it up, don't need to be perfect. That stuff will stick to anything. Let me show you. There's a spot on the floor somewhere. There's spots on the floor that have been there for years. Oh, there you go. There it is. That's how good it is. That has been on my floor for probably 2 years. Need to chisel it off. Really good shit. I love it. I'm a huge fan of it. The only problem I have also, other than the 20 things I just listed, I never paint wiring. Even if it's black, you try not to paint it because it just doesn't look good. But here's our problem. Somebody 30 years ago when they painted this, they painted the wiring. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. It's impossible to strip it all, like strip the paint off, and I'm definitely not going to rewire it because everything is pretty much working as is. So we're going to have to come up with a solution on that. I'm not sure. Maybe we just shoot the undercoating right over the top of it. Really don't want to do that. I mean, obviously you have to tape off electrical connections. So I don't know. It would be easier if it was black, if we made all this black, because it could just be black wiring. I don't really want to shoot undercoating over it though. I also don't want it to be white. I want it to be black. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I could try and tape it off. It's impossible to tape it off. Like I said, don't want to take it off because you start taking it off and then you break shit. This is okay. Everything seems solid. Some of that's newer wiring, but I don't want to get cute with it and start removing shit. I would if there was issues or if this was a 1,000-point restoration, which it's not. So I don't know. Either way, we got to get to work. I got to start taking shit off, taping shit off, finding out what the hell we're going to spray, what we're not going to spray. That kit is for a full truck bed, so I should be able to do everything, basically. The engine compartment, the trunk. I won't do white for my undercoating under there. I want that to be black, but I should have plenty to do there. So, I don't know. Let's get to work and see what the hell we're going to come up with. I don't know. I'm going to think on it. I wish these weren't already painted, but shit happens. Let's go. Okay, so I said I didn't want to have to remove any of the wiring because I was worried about it cracking and breaking. Well, I got to inspecting it a little bit. It's already cracked and broke in several spots. My headlight connectors, if you watch the other videos, my headlights wouldn't work. They're rusty. And the little, I don't know if this is a voltage regulator or what this is. It is corroded so bad I don't even think it was making connection. Need to fix that. A bunch of the mounts, just the tie downs to hold the wiring were cracked and broke, so it's just kind of sitting there. Decided to take all that out. Only took a second anyway, no big deal. And I know we need to get a new ground for the battery and a new positive to the starter. It is broken like 3 places, I'll show you. I was down here working, getting this stuff cleaned up. I found an old school Craftsman 7/16 wrench. Check out that old guy. Good looking, dude. Now here's the thing. 7/16 is for brakes. Bada bing right there. Who did brakes last on this? None other than Dalton from Polebarngarage. Now a good friend would just give him a call. Texting with him today. I could just hit him up and say, hey man, good looking old school Craftsman 7/16 wrench. I'll bring Italian to you when next time I come down. I'm actually taking a car to him in a couple weeks. We'll do that in a different video. That's what a good person would do. I'm not going to do that. He's like a celebrity now. Look at the kid's views. He's killing it. So I'm going to put this on eBay. I don't think I'll take less than $1,200. If you want it, you might be able to message me, but most likely it's going to turn into a bidding war. Used, sweated on, even smells like him. Dalton from Polebarngarage. I need to frame this somewhere. Send me money. You could win it. All right, we got to tape some shit off. Then we got to sand all of this down. And I think I'm going to go ahead and undercoat hood now, too. I was kind of going to wait for that. But if we're going to mix this stuff up and just shoot it all at once, we need to just shoot it all at once. Because it'll be easier to get the paint all to match if we just kind of mix it all in one big batch. And then we just spray it as we go. So, need to tape this off. I want to paint the air cleaner. I want to freshen up the paint on the radiator cooler also. The brake master cylinder. It's just that old school cast. Even though it's new, it's rusted. I want that to be black. There's a cover that goes over the radiator. I want it to be black, but I can do all that with spray paint after we get our main white painted. Let's tape some shit off and then we can get in here and start sanding. And like I said, since I'm going to spray it all at once, we're going to immediately, after this is done, taped off, looking good, we're going to go do the trunk and then we'll just shoot them both at the same time. Let's go, baby. Very, very happy to get the lines, or the wires completely out of the way. I got just a smooth shot now. Love it! All right, I'm going to give you a little tip for assembling a car after you've painted it. I'm going to take this hood latch off. Now, this hood latch isn't really detrimental, but they have a ton of adjustment in them. This one wouldn't be the end of the world if I took this off and then just put it back on and kind of found out where it needed to latch. Right now, it latches perfect, and if we were doing a perfect job, like on the Honda CRX, for example, we're going to have 1,000 hours in body work. What you want to do if you take off door hinges, hood latches, anything like that, and you get your gaps all perfect, you take it off and paint it, and then you go to put it back on. It's really easy because everything has a lot of adjustment in it. I mean inches of adjustment. And if you've set your door gaps to like a perfect 1/8 of an inch, you don't want to be wiggling it around trying to get that set up again after it's painted. What you can do, get you a very sharp little drill bit and drill 2 holes in the latch, hinge, whatever you're trying to line back up. You drill 2 little tiny holes, and what you can do, you can stick like a self-tapping screw back in there when you're reassembling it, take it out, and if you do the hole tiny enough, you'll never see it. But if those 2 holes, like let's say I put one here and then one off to the side, it's impossible to put that back in crooked or not where it was unless those 2 holes are lining up exact. So it's a real nice way if you're taking apart something that you already have set perfect. Like I said, this one, not super detrimental. I could probably move it back. We're not going to really scratch anything by moving this around. You could, though, if you get your hood latch off enough, you can run into your fenders and stuff. So I'm just going to do it anyway, but real good tip if you're ever doing that. Just pick you kind of a semi-inconspicuous spot, drill you a little big hole. And now what like the super high-end shops will do, like $1 million builds, they will still do this, and then they'll have a little plug, like a little steel plug, that they'll hammer in there whenever they're putting back together. So not only is it perfect, you won't even see the little hole. It's not that big of a deal here. I've seen guys do it where they'll just put a little rivet in it. That works too. You could even put a self-tapper if it was a black self-tapper, or just a black screw. Once this is painted black, you'll never see it again, but it's really good after you take all your shit apart to put it right back exactly where it was, and then you don't have to try and fight, you know, adjusting everything again. Like I said, not so important on hood hinges. It has saved my ass whenever I'm doing door hinges because it can just everything. Door latches too, you know, like the striker. Run your little drill in there and then you know exactly where it's at. Hope this helps. Probably won't, but hey. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you, I went a little crazy with taping everything off because, a couple reasons. One, I want to shoot the undercoating underneath the hood. Start spraying like this, shit can shoot everywhere. We'll obviously cover up the CRX again. And then I was like, well, you know what, just in case over here, we need to get tape. I was just going to go to the top of the fenders, and then I realized, hey, we are going to be painting the inner fenders and all that. We're undercoating all that in the frame, unibody, it's not technically a frame. So I went ahead and just brought my tape all the way down here, and then tomorrow I can just cut that out with a razor blade and then tape it to the edge, so all my painted surfaces, boy, that was tricky, they'll be taped off completely, so we can just go crazy whenever we're shooting our undercoating and everything. We don't have to worry about it, because let me tell you, you get a little bit of undercoating on the paint and it can just ruin your day. Even though we're gonna sand this white down because we're gonna put a blue pearl clear on top, you don't want to have to sand it down, if that makes sense. We're gonna scuff this with like 800 wet. Just knock the shine off so that our clear will stick, and then we'll be good. Also, I am going to undercoat the bottom of my rockers, basically where you can stop seeing it, the underside of them, because it's a little bit beefier when you do that. I like that, and it'll be blacked out. I'm not going to do color match under there. And then everything underneath the frame, bottom of the floor, all that will be undercoated. And then we'll do high heat paint on our calipers, springs, all that stuff under there. Just make everything really, really pretty. Same thing with the rear springs, even though I do need to put new springs on the driver's side. I completely forgot about that. And I was talking to Dad about it the other day, and I went, oh shit, I forgot. I have to order those. I might end up just replacing them both. I don't know. It is not a fun job, to say the least, but we can do that later. No big deal. So I was going to start prepping all this, get it ready, move to the trunk. What I'm going to do now, because this was 2.5 hours worth of work, 3 hours, I mean, just an ungodly amount of time. I am going to just go ahead and get the trunk prepped so that hopefully we can spray everything tonight. But if we run out of time, if we spend a full day taping shit off, we can just come in tomorrow, scuff everything down, and spray. But the trunk should be 10 times easier than the hood. I'm supposed to stop saying should, because every time I say should, I jinx myself. So yeah, we'll just say this side, how do you say it without saying should? This side is more simple than the front. I don't know, let's see what happens. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm not gonna lie to you. We got a little overboard. But, like I said earlier, it's because we can still use all this tape whenever we shoot everything on the bottom. I wasn't thinking it was gonna be like a 12-hour workday doing this shit, though. As you can see, sun's coming up. Apparently we just do that every video now, but beautiful. Let me show you what we got going on. So here's a big problem. Well, not a problem, but something that ended up taking an hour or two. I got to cleaning this up, getting it ready, obviously, for our undercoating, and all of the body caulking, body sealer, whatever you want to call it. It isn't the original. Somebody has done it whenever they patched that stuff. And they actually did a pretty damn good job, to be completely honest with you. But they used like a, I don't know, it was almost like a roofing tar, and it was probably done 30 years ago. So I just started kind of like hitting stuff with a scraper just to get flaky paint off there before we sand anything. And all of the body caulking came off. In there, down in there, seam sealer, body caulking, whatever you want to call it. Just everywhere. It's all over there. I blew it all out, so it's probably all under the cutlass now. But that took an hour just cleaning all that shit up. So I need to put seam sealer on it now before we paint, which is no big deal. Only takes a second. I don't have any right now, so that kind of kills the night. But I'm not working anymore anyway because the damn sun's coming up. What I am going to do before I call it a day is I'm going to hose this floor out, try and get it a little bit cleaner. Obviously, it doesn't need to be perfectly clean for undercoating and the other shit that we're going to do, but it would be nice, and now's the time to do it since I'm going to go to bed and not come back for a couple hours Got this all taped off really, really good. And it shouldn't take long to sand. Obviously, if you're, doing inner fenders, shit like that, doesn't need to be prepped nearly like the outside of a fender is. You just want it scuffed pretty good. You need to just knock it down. The only problem we have with like this rust, I will grind all that down because undercoating, bed coating, it's good shit and it will stick to that and it won't come back. But if the rust is bad enough, it will rust underneath it still because rust just gets trapped. And even if you put something really good on top of it, if you don't grind that shit out, eventually it will flake off because that piece will just rust down to nothing. What you could do is use like a POR 15, which would bond to the rust, but since it's just a little surface rust bullshit, it shouldn't take too long. And the trunk's not too bad. The trunk's actually better than the engine compartment because this has came through probably 3 different layers of paint. So whenever I go to sand it, not only do I have to sand through the 3 layers of paint, then I have to sand the surface rust down. Whereas in the trunk, there is no 3 layers of paint. That's original. That's original. So we just got to scuff all that up. A lot of that I already sanded down whenever I was doing my metal work. I just need to sand it down a little bit more, but shouldn't be too bad. So sweet. We will be back. I got to get some seam sealer, and I also have to get some black undercoating because I don't want to use the tinted undercoating for everything. I want it black underneath the car. I want it black in the wheel wells, all that good shit. So, and we still have to do the door jambs. Completely forgot about the door jambs. They were actually a lot nicer than I thought, and I thought we were screwed, but the old man is smart. He saved a little bit of the paint. So that's got the blue in it, so it matches. So we just got to scuff those down, and we will do that after we get everything done. I'll do those last since I've already taped the doors up. But yeah, we're back tomorrow, baby. I'm going to hose this bitch out real quick, but I'm not going to bother videotaping it because running a hose just is kind of boring. We'll be back. Oh, I have to paint all that shit black too. All that needs black, sand it down black, and then we will also paint our wheels. I hate letters out. I used to go to car shows all the time with Dad in the 90s, and I would see these badass custom cars, and I loved them. They were so cool, custom paint, everything. Letters out, just because it was a 90s thing. I hated it, 80s, 90s thing, so I always hate letters out. I'm also not going, these are damn near brand new tires. I'm not going to go get them swapped just because the letters are out. So I don't know, maybe we'll black out the letters. I don't know. If it wasn't the weekend, I would probably just have them switched, but they're already balanced too, so they really don't. The only reason that they would need switched is because I hate it. So we might just black those out. But we're back tomorrow, baby.
The next day.
All right, baby, we are back. And I was going to come in here, scuff everything, and shoot our tinted undercoating. Bed liner, whatever. It's technically bed liner. I use it as undercoating. I've been in here for 20 minutes. I put some magnets on the engine because I'm worried when I'm spraying it, the plastic might come over and hit. No problems, no issues. Ran the air hose for a little bit. 0 problems. Air compressor, didn't say a word. Hit record, air compressor kicks on. I can't make it up. People think it's like a joke now. It's a fucking piece of shit. Anyways, I was going to come in, scuff everything, and shoot my tintable primer that we're going to tint white to get close matched to the paint. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be an engine compartment and a trunk. But I decided if I was smart, I would go ahead, cut my tape back, and tape off my wheel wells so that after I shoot the tinted color, I can go ahead and just shoot the black and then just be done for the night because it's going to stink like hell anyway, and we'll let it dry all night, and then we'll come in, start having fun with our Lowrider roof paint job and the blue clear coat that we're going to put on. I also got a ton of black paint. I got paint for the wheels. I got paint for all the little trim pieces we need. Basically, we're just going to, if I can get everything taped off the rest of the way and then get everything sanded down, we'll just paint everything, all of the undercoating, all of the black trim pieces, the wheels, have it all done. I'm sure it's going to be too stinky to work anymore after I spray it all, but if it's not, we can start putting some of our pieces back together. But I'm not going to, yeah, that's most likely going to be a tomorrow thing, because if I remember right, that shit stinks and you don't want to hang around after you spray it. We got a lot of work to do. Let's go ahead. The good news is we did 99% of it yesterday. The easy part, I'm just going to basically trim that plastic right at the bottom rocker. I am going to shoot the tinted white on the bottom of the rockers, but the underfloor, the frame, everything on the bottom, I want that blacked out. So we'll have to kind of get cute with that. Let's kind of cut some of this tape back, redo it, and then we're going to start sanding some shit. All right, everything is taped off. Everything is finally ready for sanding. Like I said, I gotta do all these in black. I might do those last. I might do these first. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna see. I also got seam sealer. I knew I had to do seam sealer, body caulking, whatever you want to call it. Ayo, pause. Knew I had to do it in the trunk. Well, sure enough, I started kind of messing around. I had a bunch of it that's chipped and shitty here too. So I'm gonna clean everything up. I'm gonna do a lot of this with a wire wheel just to get the surface rust off, and then we'll sand it all down with probably 220. So yeah, baby, let's get to it. Spending way too much damn time taping shit off. I'll tell you that. Let's go. Okay, under the hood is ready for seam sealer and undercoating, but we still got to do the trunk, and we still got to do all the freaking inner fenders and all this. Oh my gosh. All right, let's keep going. Watch this. Look how much crap comes out of these inner fenders when I hit them with the wire wheel. It's crazy. My battery's dead. I've only done like 20% of it. Look at this shit. Oh my god. Woo! Everything is sanded. Everything is wire wheeled. Look at how much shit there is underneath that car. Oh my god. All this stuff is ready. Half of this I need to hang off one of my garage door rails. That way we can spray them hanging. It'll be easier. Those are good where they're at. I got to blow all this shit out because there's a lot of it still in the trunk, as you can see. Oh my god. And then we're going to do our seam sealer. The good news is you can paint over seam sealer as soon as you do it. You don't have to wait for it to dry. So I'm going to get all this shit blown out and cleaned. Then we will do some seam sealer and finally start spraying some shit. Everything is sanded. Finally. Everything is cleaned. Everything is ready for paint. But first, we got to get the caulk out, baby. We got to get the caulk in our hands. And
No. Wait. Wait.
Start doing some seam sealing. Richard's gonna put something there. If I had to guess which meme he'll put there, it'll probably be the guy going, Ayo, or, wait. It's gonna be one of those two, if I had to guess. Now, the only thing we got to do here is be cool because we got a lot of stuff that needs seam sealed. Basically, every seam on this car, I have dug out the old seam sealer and it needs replaced. And then we need to put it on the new metal that we've added in as well. So now that I'm saying all that out loud, I have no idea why I didn't get 2 tubes of this. But hey, do what you got to do. Where was the other one? Oh, across there. And then, was there another spot over here? I don't think so. Oh, it goes back farther. Okay. We're going to do this everywhere. and then start painting. Seam sealer is down. Now what's cool about the Poppies kit is you actually mix it in the can and then the spray gun just screws right into the can. The reason I took it out of the can is because I want to make sure I get the color right, because this is kind of like I don't know, like a brown. I assume it'll just take a little bit of paint to make it white, but I don't know, not sure. Should have read the instructions. I did a little bit. I also don't know if it works with tractor paint. We're gonna find out. Let's see what happens. Oh, here's the gun. Screws right onto the top of the can. Cool as shit. Love it. I bought this quart whenever I was doing the van because I had like 3/4 of a gallon left. I thought maybe I would use it all. I ended up having 2/3 of a gallon left after I painted the van. The van was already whitish, so white went over it pretty easy. And then this one obviously was already white. So we used the rest of the gallon. I got 3 paint jobs out of 1 gallon of paint. Crazy. Assumed I was going to have to dip into this. Never did. So now we're going to use this for our tint. Ooh, that might be too much. That might be too much. Why did I use that stir stick when I already had a stir stick? That was stupid. Might not be too much. We might be all right. I don't know. Kind of a darker white, but that's doable, I think. What's funny is this is actually an off-white anyway, so that might work out. Ooh, I even have some of that blue left. Do I want to try and tint it the exact color? I don't need to, but I could. Where do we put the blue at? Ripped the rest of the seal off of it. That's okay. Hold on. This is going above and beyond. We do not need to do this. It does not need to be that perfect. It's just undercoating. But if you watched the last video, it did not take much blue. Just a little bit of blue. Just a little bit of juice. Get that out of the way. This is the worst smelling. Oh, God. I don't know if it's because it's 10 years old or because it's the Magic brand, and I usually use the Rust-Oleum, but that shit reeks. Let's give it a little how you doing. It wasn't much. We didn't use much. All right, let's see. Did I use too much? Because that's too blue. Oh no, I think I just ruined this. Oh no, it's pure blue now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's unusable. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay, we're not doing that again. We are not doing that again. No, I barely added any. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna pretend we did that on purpose. Oh no. And I'm gonna use that to mix the rest. Oh no. Oh, wow. I can't believe that. Just barely any blue did that. Nothing on this car needs to be that dark. Oh no. All right, well, okay. We just wasted a quart of our paint. Smarter YouTuber would cut that out and then pretend they're smart and they've never messed anything up in their life and they're the best. I don't do that shit very often, so yeah. Ooh, this is real thick. That one might have been cracked open already because that is way too thick. Your stir stick can stand up. That's usually a bad sign. Air compressor. Now that's my fault this time because I left the chuck on. We need a little bit more hardener in there. Okay, so we cannot ruin 2 of these. So I don't even know if we should bother trying to mix the blue in. But what we could do is use a drop of that and see what happens. But boy, I'm nervous now, I'll be honest with you. There we go, that's good. Okay. I've used like 5 stir sticks already. Using way too many stir sticks. And I did it again. I put the same stir stick in again. I don't think we need to chance it with the blue the more I'm looking at it. It does not take much to mix. Like maybe a drop, but really I don't even need to do that. This one is really thick. Oh, this is so stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. There's no reason to do it. 1 drop. Literally 1 drop. Okay, let's see. Didn't really do much. Okay, good. Oh my God, it did. It actually turned a little bit. Holy shit. 1 drop? That doesn't even make sense. I'm going to mix this up a little bit more, and we are spraying. I wanted to do the engine compartment first, but we should probably test it out in the trunk. That way, if it doesn't work out, we can adjust it, because it's just a trunk. Let's see what happens. I also think I got this mixed too thick. but we'll see. And check it out. We got the, oh, it didn't turn on. We got the paint gun cam. I love it. Can't tell you how good this looks. Ran out of paint though for the roof. That's okay, I have regular white paint. I hit the rust spots that we cleaned up, and I had a brain fart. I said, you know what? I can take the blue and add some black to it, tint it black, and then I'll have my cup left to just shoot it in black. Well, I've been spraying for about 30 minutes. Look at this shit. Oh my God. I mean, I know it's good shit. I didn't know it was that good shit. Oh my. Guys, that's, was that 18 inches? 12 inches? 13 inches deep? It's solid. Solid. Holy shit, that's crazy. Really needed that last cup though. Could have done the rest of my hood. That's okay, I'm gonna do it in white paint. I am going to start doing the black undercoating. I have all the white done down the rocker that I wanted. All this needs to be black though. So, let's keep going. Oh, also, fun fact, I think the goddamn sun came up again. Yay! Great! I don't know why I'm doing this all the time now. I need to stop working 14-hour days. I am having fun though. It's a good time. Let's go. I ran out of undercoating. Boom, baby, hit the jackpot. Had one left. Beautiful. I just wanted to do kind of like a shiny coat. This is just black, but I've already undercoated everything, but it's not very even. I want it to look a little darker. You gotta come in with the turbo can, baby. Oh man, that's looking really good. Check her out, baby. Sweet. Oh man, this is all looking so good, but we have spent a stupid amount of time. But it is a giveaway car, so I like to go a little overboard with everything. Whew. All right, I'm gonna let this shit dry. Wheels look really good. I'm gonna let this shit dry. It's currently Father's Day, and I think it's 8 a.m. So I'm gonna go play with my kid and then sleep for a long time. Can't believe we're doing these crazy long nights. Paint jobs take forever, damn it.
The next day.
We are back. It's time to untape it. I am extremely happy with how it came out. Ran out of paint. I wanted to do the underside of the hood, but I can do that with regular white paint. That didn't need to be undercoating by any means. But all of this came out good. We got everything blacked out. Oh, yeah. Trunk came out very good. The only problem is the white kind of shows everything, and I kind of hate it. I blacked out the inner fenders, whatever you want to call them, wheel tubs. Or no, those are the inner fenders. I want to black out the wheel tubs. I think what I might do is run a piece of tape, keep this in here white. This is all going to get covered with carpet anyway. What am I talking about? It really doesn't matter. But it would look better if it was black. Maybe white down in there. I don't know. Either way, not that's easy stuff. That's not stuff where you got to tape the entire car off. Everything is undercoated in here where the bumper goes. Very, very happy. Little shit like that really takes it up another notch. You get the wheels on, you get it sitting, and you know, sometimes you see these really cool cars with a good looking paint job, and there's just rust and bullshit all up under there. Drives me crazy. Probably just one of my weird little ADHD ticks, but I'm always real big on undercoating everything. Even if you don't want to go crazy and just get your rattle can, just get in there and shoot your inner fenders, because if it's blacked out, your eye doesn't draw to it. If it's not, you're like, what the shit is under there? So, we got to untape everything, sand everything. Well, no, take that back. We got to untape everything and then start putting the shit back together. Don't need to put the bumpers on. I could, technically. Don't really need to. I'm going to put everything back on underneath the hood, reroute my wiring, not the end of the world, and then we can scuff it all down, and we need to get started on the paint job. Dad, I think, wants to do the roof first. But whenever we do the blue clear or the blue pearl over the top of everything, he wants to do that as his last coat. So basically you can just paint the entire car with it. So I don't know if he wants to just tape off the roof for now. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get it all prepped and sanded, and then we can figure out how he wants to do that. I could also do some of the lace work myself. I kind of like that too, but we got to see where we got to get. I have to put so much shit back together on this car. It's going to take me a while to untape it. This purple tape, if you were curious why we have so many different colors of tape, this purple tape is called delicate tape, and it actually works pretty good. It's expensive shit, but it will not pull up paint. You know, this is a fresh paint job. Seems like it stuck plenty well, no big deal, but I always try and use that delicate tape on it whenever you're putting tape directly on paint. The green and the yellow, that's just taping to the purple, if that makes sense. But do that, because sometimes you get a little carried away. Like the Suburban, for example, I had delicate tape taped off my two-tones, but there was a couple spots where I, just missed a piece or whatever, and I put yellow tape on there, and sure enough, it ripped some of it off. It wasn't that big of a deal because we were repainted anyway, but you can ruin a lot of shit by taping stuff up too soon. So let's get her all untaped and start putting shit back together. This stuff came out amazing too. Very happy. All right, let's go. I was talking the other day, I didn't know what I was going to do with these painted wires, because I didn't want to paint them white, I didn't want to try and paint them black. Well, then I had a headache with pictures, also known as an idea. We just got to get some loom. I'm just going to get some new wiring loom, put it over the whole thing. I'm also going to get new, I call them cable clamps, I don't know what they're actually called. They're like wire clamps that go onto the wire and then they bolt to the inner fender. There's already holes for them. But the ones they had were like original plastic, and they just were shattered and just deteriorating and shit. So I'm going to order some of those with some loom. That's not going to be here this video. Also, a couple of these little relays and my sensor. I don't actually know what it is. It might be a voltage regulator. I can't remember what the hell it is. This guy might just be a headlight switch. I don't know what the hell it is, but these are cheap. There's like 15 bucks. I'm going to get a new one of those because look at how corroded that all is. Looks like shit. Didn't want to try and paint it. If I knew everything was working, I wouldn't have took anything apart, but I knew we already had issues. Half of these wires and grounds were cracked and shitty, so we're going to just replace a bunch of stuff. I wanted to show you. Check this out. The other day, I was talking about how I wanted to drill holes, and I was showing you how to line stuff up. I said hood latches weren't the most important because you can get it pretty close without sacrificing chipping anything. But look how much adjustment this thing has. It goes front to back about a full inch, and then you can twist it a little bit more. So what we're going to do is find our little holes. Where are they? Oh, it's way up there. Yeah, I would have been way off if I did that. And right there, now we know where they need to be. Let's get it loose, make sure they're still there, and then double check. See if these will still, if they're in a bind, they are not. Perfect. Now we're right where we need to be. Now, if I was worried about it having holes in it, I could get, a bigger screw. I don't give a shit if it has holes in it. Not that big of a deal. That one might stay there because oh, never mind. Okay. But there you go. Now it's exactly where it needs to be. I don't have to mess around with trying to get it, lined up perfect. Easy peasy. Look at how good that engine compartment looks. Once we get some new looms coming and other stuff. Also got a couple of rubber gaskets. There's a rubber gasket that goes across that. I think I'll put the hood insulation piece back on, just cover all that shit up. Oh, I love it. All right. I'm going to put the wheels on, put the fender skirts on, and then maybe if I have time, get the buckets put on. I was going to sand tonight, but I don't think that's happening. We're not doing an all-nighter, baby. Too much. I was not thinking this was going to take this much time, but here we are. Definitely need to put the headlight buckets on. Air compressor kicked on, of course, naturally. It's my fault that time because I left this plug in, and this has a leaky friggin' end on it. Let's get these damn fender skirts on. I'm a little nervous because the only time I've taken them off was after I welded them. They have not put them on while painted. So let's find out how we do that together. Pretty damn good, considering what it was. Okay, sweet! Oh my God. To be honest with you, I'm not super happy that we're like 3 days in already and we haven't done any of the Pearl or the Lowrider shit yet, but she is looking good. Check out those skirts. I don't need to do anything yet, but the bolts that I put in the skirts, I drilled the holes exactly the same size as the bolts that are in it. And I need them to be a little bit bigger so I can have just a little bit more adjustment. That's how they normally are. I should have done that before, but no big deal. They look pretty damn good. Just a little corner can go in, just a little bit. Very, very happy. That is not as low as the wheel goes either. It goes all the way up there. You might not even see the hubcap whenever it's all the way up. I think I'm going to get a paint pen for the white letters because I hate them so much, but that's other stuff we can do. I also have some trim coming. I thought I was going to get my trim in by now. I thought I was going to have basically everything I needed to put it together. There's no way. I don't have some of the trim that I got coming. I don't have the rubber bumpers that I bought for the doors, for the gas door, all that stuff. Waiting on a lot of parts, but we should hopefully be able to do some painting tomorrow. At the very least, I'd like to get the blue pearl all the way down and then like start it on the roof. That is a lot of shit to do in one day because tomorrow is Monday. Got to get the video done. I already got my sandpaper soaking. Whenever you do wet sanding, it's good to pre-soak your paper. Kind of makes it a little bit easier. You also want a spray bottle to kind of go as you're sanding, but it's really good if you pre-soak them, softens them up a little bit, and then you won't get a real hard edge whenever you start sanding. So, sweet. Dude, she looks so freaking good. All right, we'll be in tomorrow. I think I'm gonna make the old man sand it. He was giving me shit. He's like, don't sand through. You got to be real careful. So I think I'm going to play dumb and be like, I just was worried about it. I'm going to have you do it. That's the plan anyway. Tomorrow, I want to get the headlight buckets in and start painting. Hopefully, we'll be back. See what happens.
The next day.
All right, hey, YouTube video. Have to talk to the camera. What are we doing? What was we going to do? Well, we were going to sand everything and clear it, but then you said, no, we got to do the roof first.
Yeah, we gotta do.
So we're in a time crunch, and instead of clearing everything with the blue pearl real fast, you want to do 20 coats of paint on the roof because that'll be faster. I just want to make sure that's what you're saying.
Clear it. We're gonna have bugs.
What?
We're gonna have bugs.
Oh, if we clear it tonight?
Remember when we did the 10 o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning, which was night?
In the morning, there's no bugs? Hey, if we got any bugologists in the channel right now, let's tell me what the science is behind that. Okay, let's sand some shit. Let's do some.
Clear over all the bugs.
Yeah, well, just add bugs to the shit,
Let's do this part first,
and we'll see where we get.
then we'll clear the whole thing.
Okay, let's go. The old man works fast. Already laying shit out. Didn't have the camera ready. Hold on, I'm going. Oh yeah.
You gotta film it?
We gotta film a little bit. Yeah, it's freaking YouTube. Gosh. Ow, shit. Check it out. We got the lace on the sides. I can't remember what this one was called. Dio de los Muertos or something. What's the Day of the Dead in Mexico? That's what that was titled. And I think it was $4. Super cheap. Look at that one's actually a tablecloth. And then look at the pretty blue. Dad really wants to do black. We're having conversations. Look at that blue. How do you not love that blue? Black would look good too, though. It'd be all right. We'll figure something out. He's probably going to spray it black when I'm not looking. Oh, that looks awesome. I love that. Yeah, you're supposed to film. Ooh, I like the red.
We need to get a hold of Troll.
Troll your buddy, the airbrush guy? Yeah, we should. He should come up here and do some shit. Maybe on one I'm not giving away. He can spend 1,000 hours on the roof if we wanted him to. Check out the spider webs. Ooh, spooky. Sweet. This is the last coat, and then everything comes off. And then we'll clear it in the next video. What did we decide that's going over the top of this? That metallic, whatever it is? Gold something?
Yeah.
Let me see. Which one was it? Because I actually forgot. We've played with a lot of paints tonight. Oh, yeah. Like a goldy silver type guy. Okay. Y'all ready? Oh! Oh, that's pretty freaking cool. You gotta add a little more how you doing on the edges. Not too bad though. Check it out. Look at how good that thing looks. Oh, we're not done with the roof yet, but it's looking pretty damn good so far. We're gonna play with a couple more colors and really darken some stuff up, get crazy with pearl. Like I said, I have a gold pearl and orange pearl. I think this is by far the coolest part, but I feel like we need something in between here. This is too big of a break. So maybe darken that up. Also, whenever we do the blue pearl, that will kind of darken this up too, so that might help. But we are gonna go crazy with the clear and the pearls and basically turn it into a couple different colors of candy. But overall, pretty damn happy with it. The top it's hard to see how cool the top looks with all the different colors when there's no clear on it, because right now you're just kind of seeing haze because it's just base coat. You kind of get in on there. There's a pearl black, a blue, an orange, a red, yellow, a gold. And what it was, I went to the paint store and just asked them if they had any old paint that they wanted to sell or give away, and then they gave me black, blue, orange, red. You can tell these are all just random mixed 2024, mixed 2018. And I don't think that one even had a name on it. We have some of our own, just old shit from Dad painting for 100 years. But a lot of times paint stores will just have shit laying around. Sometimes they keep it for themselves. Sometimes they sell it. These guys were basically going to throw this shit away. This I thought was black, and then we got it out. It's hard to tell on camera, but it's a super, super dark green pearl in there in the black too. Neat as shit. So those were all free, basically. I'm in almost nothing on this paint job, which is pretty damn bitchin'. I take that back. I probably had 20 bucks in lace. The lace is super cheap, super easy. Oh, she's looking good. I still got to put the friggin' headlights in. We still got to clear coat everything. We're going to be doing a blue, most likely, blue pearl, and probably a gold pearl on the roof. Not sure. We're going to play with that, have some fun. Oh, but I'm ready to put this thing all the way together. I think I'm going to start the giveaway right now, too, because I think it would be fun to have the giveaway going as we're finishing the old girl. So that might be the plan. The only issue I have is a couple of these parts I'm not going to get for like a week. Certain things I'm waiting on, so we'll have to figure that out. But there's a good chance the giveaway is starting right now. If it is, I will definitely make an announcement in this video before you're watching this. So I'm really talking to nobody right now because it's probably already said. God, that looks good. I really wanted to get this one all the way buttoned up, at least all the way painted in this video. Just not possible. Sometimes there's just not enough hours in the day. We definitely put in enough hours to try and finish it. Just got close, but damn, it looks good. Look at that thing. Oh, I friggin' love it. Really happy with how the roof came out. Really happy that we got everything put together, got all the undercoating done. I got a ton of parts coming in. I don't know if Friday's video is going to be on this. It probably will be. Might not be, not sure. I've worked on this car a lot lately, and I could use a break, especially if I'm not going to get some of my damn parts in time. But super, super happy. I think we go ahead and start the giveaway right now. Let's do it. Let's run the giveaway while we're finishing the old girl up. Almost certainly, the next video on this should be the final video. Take her for a spin, get her all buttoned up. I really like this car more than I should. Runs and drives good, and now it's finally starting to look as good as it runs and drives. Oh, I love it so much. She's a fun little budget lowrider looking deal. Oh, man. Also, there's still paint fumes in here, so I might be a little high, but that's all right. Hey, just a little bit of, paint fumes never hurt nobody. It's definitely paint fumes now I'm thinking about it. Okay, yeah. If you aren't subscribed, please hit that button now for the coolest merchandise on the planet. Go to Caseyscustoms.com. If you want in on the giveaway, go to Caseyscustoms.com, buy yourself a sticker. There are other ways to enter into the giveaway. Just click on the website. You can see all the details and all the fine print. It's there. Whenever we do our giveaways, I provide free shipping. So, wherever you are in the continental U.S., and you win this car, I will ship it to you. If you're outside the lower 48, you're going to have to figure out shipping on your own. I don't know how international shipping, I have no idea how that works. We had one guy that won from Canada. He ended up getting it all figured out on his end, and he has the car. I don't know how any of that works. But if you are inside the 48, the lower 48 they say, I will ship it to you for free. You buy a sticker, you win a car, and you get shipping. It's hard to beat. Go to Caseyscustoms.com, get a sticker. You are entered to win. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all the good shit they tell you at the end of videos. Check out some more of my other videos. Peace. I love you. Toothless Customs out. I'm definitely high right now. I gotta get out of the shop. Woo!